Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to share my first impressions of my new bag. This is the LockMe BB from LV. I got this out of my second quarantine, and in this video I'm going to talk about the pros, the cons, and I'm also going to show you what fits inside this bag. And along the whole video I will also put in modeling shots so that you can see how this bag looks like when worn. Now I will put timestamps all in the description section, so you can go to each section that you want. You want to see the pros, you want to see the cons, you want to see what's in my bag. So check out for that section or just watch the whole video. I promise it's not going to be long. One thing I really like about this bag is how much it can fit. Though it's called a BB bag, it can actually hold quite a bit. Now I am actually using it right now, so later I'll show you what I fit inside each of the compartments. It has a small compartment in front, which is where I usually put my phone. It's got a compartment at the back, and it has a zip compartment at the back as well. So I really love the fact that it's got a bigger middle compartment, almost makes it like a one compartment bag, and it does hold quite a bit, even though it's a BB bag. In terms of sizing, I took out my Chanel boy bag, and you can see it's sort of the same size, except that this is a little taller and this is a little bit more broad. And yeah, you can see that it's more of a tapered shape, but it does have a little bit more capacity. Now I brought this out to compare because they do have very similar strap designs. You can see there's a type of bag that I like, with strap and chain, and it hooks from the outside. Now both bags, in a way it's similar, but people have said that they don't like the boy bag because it's a bit boxy. So this could be a very good alternative with additional things. So it's got the back pocket, it's got a little bit more compartments, and I feel it does have a little bit more extra space. This is my black bag purchase, and one of the key things that I wanted was a back pocket. Now, I would have preferred it to be, just a slip pocket, but actually, the more I think about it, having a zip version is even more safe. Usually when I have the bag close to me, I don't zip it so that I can put my cards, my train tickets and all that very easily here, and I can take it out. I can also put my phone and just kind of hang it here in a way, but I don't really use the back pocket for that, to put my phone. I usually use it for my credit card or something that I don't need to open the flap. So having this feature for this little tiny black bag is so convenient. The other thing that I like is this leather strap. Now this leather strap to me is a little bit longer. One of the comments that I heard about the Chanel 19 is that the leather strap here is not long enough. So when you actually put it on your shoulder, and if you were to move the bag to the front or to the back, because you got to adjust the strap, because it's short, the metal or the end of the leather would kind of dig into your shoulder. I feel like that was a common comment that people were giving about the Chanel 19 bag. Whereas for this bag, it's long enough to go between both of my collarbones. Let me just stand up and see. You can see it's really long. So even if I shift the bag to the front or shift the bag to the back, you can see that it covers a lot of area on my body, and it makes the bag pretty comfortable when I carry it as a shoulder strap, shoulder bag, or on my shoulders. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I love my smooth leather bags. I have grown to appreciate lambskin, and I've grown to, just enjoy the bag and not fear about scratches. But this bag is not really smooth leather, so I'm going to bring it up close, and you can see it's slightly grained. And oh my gosh, I have been using this bag so much since I got it, and there are times I have I'm admitting it, I have put this bag into my backpack because I didn't want to carry so many things. So it's being put together with all my other things that could be scratching the leather, and having it to be grain, and this grain is such a fine grain. It's not those big grains where it just feels not so nice. It's so smooth and so beautiful that from far you can't tell that it's grain, but when you bring it up close you can see it. It is such a plus point for this bag because this bag has been getting a lot of use. It's pretty soft, so when I grab it like this, it will get a lot of wear. So I'm glad that LV did it with this type of leather instead of using smooth leather. Moving on to the cons, the first and most obvious one is the weight of this bag. Now, even though it is pretty small, a BB size, it's a full leather bag and it's got weight, okay? It's not a light bag. So if you can't take a little bit of a heavier bag, this is not the bag for you. This chain, when I took it out and I just felt the chain, I put all the chain in my hand like this, I just weighed the chain, and then I compared it to my boy bag. I can tell you my boy bag is slightly lighter, just like a tad lighter. But what makes this bag just overall feel not so heavy is that this lambskin is not that heavy. But this bag, oh my gosh, it's got weight, all right? It's got weight. So I think that if you don't like that kind of thing, like you don't want your bag to be light, really, really light, then this is not the bag for you. You have to really try it in store. That's my recommendation, to try it with your things, to try it worn. I don't actually like to wear it crossbody because you feel the weight. Okay, right now I've got my stuff inside. Ooh, it's got weight. Can you just see my biceps? Like, oh my god, it's got weight. I don't mind it. It's not like my jumbo, which is actually very, very heavy. This is definitely lighter than my jumbo. But I just want to tell you that if you're thinking about it, you need to try it in store to see if you are ready for a heavier bag. Earlier I was saying that it can fit quite a lot, so later I will show you when I overstuff this bag. Because of its tapered shape, when I overstuff it, say to the top part here, I actually have difficulty closing this bag. So you could probably put your things up to maybe about 2/3 of the way and just leave this part fairly empty, or you could put small thin things like maybe your spectacles. Otherwise, you can't actually close the flap. So I will also show that in the what's in my bag. I guess the other con is related to how much you can fit in this bag. But if you are a person that doesn't like to downsize, like you carry a full-size wallet, you carry maybe your phone and maybe 2 phones like me, and a lot more things that are larger in size, then this bag would not be suitable because you would need to use a little bit of a smaller sized item. You could probably fit a mid-sized wallet, which I will also show later, but if you want to carry like the full Sarah wallet and all that, it will take up a lot of the space already. So just be mindful that if you were to transition from a bigger bag to this small mid-sized bag, there is a bit of additional effort that you need to do. The thing about this bag is that it's not structured. So in this first impressions, I can't tell you if it will lose its structure. The piping here is very solid, so the 2 corners here will keep its shape. However, I find that the middle part here, I don't know if you can see that. It's sort of like, okay, wait. Okay, there you go. You can see that I have been grabbing the bag like this, right? You can see that it's kind of going into this hourglass portion of the bag because I'm holding it like this and picking up the bag. So I do see that if you were to look for this bag in the pre-loved market, you might see a dip in the bags that are out there because I guess it's soft and, you know, it's just easy to just grab the bag. I don't think people will be so mindful to, you know, pick up the bag like this. You know, they will just grab the bag. And there is going to be this dip here, and I think over time it's gonna get worse. It's something that I will monitor. I try to be mindful not to pick up my bag like that, but sometimes, you know, it's such an easy grab and go bag. I do tend to forget, but I have noticed that it's starting to dip a little bit. Now the other thing is it has a microfiber lining. Now this is to me like a pro and con. Pro is that a microfiber lining is good for your delicate things. So if you have a lot of lambskin, SLGs, or things that have glass that you know it might scratch or all that, then yes, microfiber lining is good because it will keep your things kind of like protected from scratches. However, microfiber lining is also not that great because it can rub away. So I wanna just, alright, I don't know. You can see that little bit right there. I think my fingernail dug into it, so it's coming off a little bit. Now I did ask the LV SA months ago. I said, what happens if microfiber cloth is damaged? You can actually bring it back to LV and they would, I guess, refurbish it, but I didn't ask if they would charge me. So yeah, I do feel like, you know, if you have microfiber lining, unlike having it in canvas and all, but this kind of, you do need to be a bit more careful with sharp things like even your fingernails or your rings and all that, because once it's scratched, it's sort of like velvet, you know? You will lose some of that material. So pro and con, I guess. This bag doesn't have any feet and it will sit on the table entirely. There's nothing to hold up the 2 corners to be away from the table and maybe reduce this section from getting, you know, touching the surfaces and getting scratched and dirty and all that. It's something that I did notice, but I feel like it looks better without feet. Like if I was trying to imagine if I had the 4 like metal bits here, I don't know whether I would like it, but I like the fact that it doesn't have feet, it's smooth, it's easy to grab. So pro and con, like for me, it's not a big deal that it doesn't have feet. It would be a good to have feet, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm going to change the camera view right now so you can see what's in my bag. I am using the bag right now, so let me show you what I have inside. I didn't clear it before this video, so please bear with me if you see some, not so nice things. I have my 6 key ring holder, my 2 handphones. I've got my 2 handphones here. I am using this red O case because I had to transfer it out from a bigger wallet. I've got my AirPods, I've got a rechargeable battery, a little hand sanitizer, I've got my wires. I've got hand cream from Crabtree and Evelyn. I've got this, gorgeous lipstick. This is the Orange Boy, the matte version from Hermes. I love this. I've got my Kogendo powder, which I love as well. I've got, this is something for you to keep your mask. And when you go to restaurants, they'll give you this piece of plastic. I tend to keep them because I try to recycle them a little bit. And then I've got some receipts. Oh my gosh, nasty. And we've got some coins at the end right there. So let's take that all out. So that's all empty. It's all back. I don't have anything at the back here right now. Okay, so let me put more things inside this bag and you can see what it fits. Let's do a realistic what fits, and then we'll do one that is just all out, fit it until it's burst, okay? So earlier, 2 phones, okay? Then maybe you have a small wallet like this, or you know what, let's put my mid-size wallet. So this is a mid-size wallet. If you put something bigger, you could push it out, but it's not gonna fit like a full size. Maybe if you angle it, but it'll take up most of the space. So mid-size wallet, 2 phones. Is that realistic, 2 phones? I've got my rechargeable battery. Let's put that. I'll put a hand sanitizer, a small little one. And then let's do a powder. Okay, let's do this. 6 key ring holder. Let's do a lipstick. Let's just throw that inside. Hand cream. Let's do maybe my earphones. Yeah, earphones. And then for the wire, let's put that in the front here. And I still got space. Look at that, I still got space at the top. Don't know if you can see that. I could close it, but let's put my powder. It's getting a little tight, but I could, still okay. Doesn't look like it's stuffed, right? Little bit here, right? A little bit here. And let's say, if this is my card holder. Okay, now we're going to the overstuffing, like overstuffing. Let's arrange that at the bottom. Oh man, that's so stuffed. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you can see I'm actually pulling the bag a little bit. I could. I'm gonna do it. Oh my goodness, it goes. Oh man, it is so full. This is probably not good for your bag. So let's see what I have inside, yeah? So let's clear the space a little bit. What I have for it to be so full, I've got a full-size wallet, except that this is, it doesn't have much things, so it's probably like a little bit of a cheat, but it's got a bit of stuff inside. Full-size wallet, I've got about 10 cards inside here. Chargeable battery, Kogendo powder, lipstick, hand cream, phone, rechargeable battery, AirPods, I've got this wires, I've got this, and I've got 2 phones. So, we have quite a bit of things. Really good bag, right? Don't you think so? It could fit a lot of things. I really overstuffed it. If you do use a Kindle, this also fits, and it can actually fit in the front pocket. It's big enough. Yeah, that's my first impressions of this bag. If you have any questions about it, if you want to know more about this bag, let me know in the comment section down below. I will definitely do an update on this bag. Well, maybe 6 months, maybe down the road, another year from here, and just to tell you the things that I'm going to monitor. For example, the slouching, the scratching. Right now, it's still pretty good. I don't have the plastic other than the ones on the inside. Yeah, I'll just let you know how it holds up over time. Let me know what you want to know, and I'll definitely put that in that video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Everybody, take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!